Hey everyone, this is a tutorial on how to show you how to all water bucket clutch in Minecraft to prevent fall damage. And right now, this is my setup. I've got a command block that's going to take me to Y level 150, and this is the whole point of it, is to show you how to do this. Easy. That's how easy it is, and I'm going to kind of go in depth, show you how to properly do it, so you can do it consistently. Okay, so as you saw, I did that pretty easily. I can actually do it fairly consistently. It just take some practice. And pretty much I'm going to show you how I got better at doing it, which is really I could have used advice like this because I didn't bother to really do much of it. See? There you go. There's another one. And pretty much what I did, it was actually in-game for me, which I would not recommend for everyone. And I just continuously did it, watched videos, started to feel the timing until I got it. But what I would recommend doing, which I've done to actually prepare for this video a bit, is set up something like this. I put a bed here, so my respawn point is set. Command block, you can set to what you want. I've got it to 150, I'll up it later to show you that it doesn't really change. Then a block, I just put another right because it looks cool. So you can now try to clutch. Just try to do it. Come on. I'm on, right now, 87. So let's just say 100 to be nice. That's a 50 block clutch. You're not doing that very often. Like, even if you were to jump off this is a bad example, there's not many cliffs here, but still, most cliffs are what, at most 100. So, like, really, my advice is set something little something up like this just to begin with, and start clicking that button and seeing how you do. Okay, so now that you have your setups, that looks probably something a little like this. You want to make sure you keep inventories on, which is just going to be /game rule. If I can actually type, game rule, keep inventory, then true. Just if you do end up dying, your items don't get splattered everywhere and you have to go hunting to find it, which I found that was helpful because you don't have to go running and jump all around these trees to do it, which honestly, I'd also recommend maybe doing this in a super flat world. Doing this on the top of a tree is not very fun. Like, trees are your worst nightmare when it comes to this. But this is where I spawn, this is where I set it up, and here's where I deal with it. So now you probably want to know what to do once you're in the air, and once you've clicked the button and are being TP'd up. And I would recommend setting this to maybe a smaller number starting. So I'm on Y level 87. I set it to 100 right now. Just real tiny fall. That is actually I actually do not like that. See, but you can just start getting the feel for little tiny falls, which first step, make sure you flick your head down. Ow, my ankles. As you can see, I'm not perfect at it. I'm not that good, but I can do it fairly consistently, especially from this height. So you just keep going until you get it. Make sure first thing you do, flick your head down, land that block, and just, you'll get used to the timing. Like right now, that's when I would click a little bit early so you're not breaking your ankles and then placing the water. Like, the last thing you want to do is this. That too, that is also the last thing you want to do. But apart from that, last thing you want to do is like that. Is you TP, fall, and then place, right? You want to get the timing down, so you place it just before you land, just when your reach can hit right around here. That's it, the ideal place is right before, so you can land and soften that blow. Okay, so now I've got the block set to Y level 125. Bit of a bigger drop that I almost moved off the netherite with, but same thing. Just, you have to be good at all levels of these drops. Like, whether it's a 10 block drop, a 100 block drop, like whether if I were to just literally go here and jump on top of this tree, you have to be able to MLG all these little drops. So let's just say you're doing your own manhunt, right? If you were doing that with your friends and you're pushed to the edge of the cliff, you're on half a heart, you need to make a jump to survive. That half second of placing a water bucket and picking it up will save that half-hearted damage. It might keep you alive to run away and fight again and maybe win. Like, these little jumps might seem horrible, but it's important. And then at the same time, you might have to be at the top of a cliff, pushed to the edge like Dream pretty much always is. There's not really any good cliffs here, but I'm climbing a mountain. Let's see. See if you were to push there and make the jump and still survive while everyone else takes some damage. That's going to be huge for you. Okay, so now I've got this command block set to 200 for the Y level. That's an over 100 block drop. This is on the edge of unrealistic for now, at least. Maybe with the cave and cliff update, that's maybe not. I don't know. And that is a lot farther than I thought it was. Still managed to hit it though. Oh, I did not think I was going to be able to land that. Same thing like this. Let's say your new update. You're flying from a giant cliff and you have to just make a miraculous MLG to save your life. Here you go. I don't know. Literally, it all comes down to set up a little thing like I have set up and just practice your way through. Set up the command block. Set up, preferably not on a tree. Set up a little one block area to land and just get used to throwing yourself from stupid heights, starting low, working high, and MLGing. Okay, so this pit you see in front of me goes all the way down to Y level of 1, which this is your proof. Y level of 1, you can see it. And this command block takes you to Y level 256, aka the build limit, height limit for Minecraft. As of right now, who knows if that's going to change. And if I quickly throw myself into survival mode, you can see that with enough practice, you can make this jump. You can make this drop. You can MLG this. As you can tell, I'm nervous because I'm going to fail. But let's see. Throw myself into survival and let's go. Oh man, this is a lot higher than I thought it was. I did it! Oh, and I'm stuck. That's like, you can see how far this drop is. Like, after enough time of just doing these drops, I've actually gotten better at it just by making this video. Starting over here, just dropping yourself 10 blocks, 50 blocks, 100 blocks. That's a over 250 block drop that you can make. That is very unrealistic, but again, it's good to show off. You can always show off to people, right? It's always good. Oh no, I'm ruining the forest. Okay, and that's it, everyone. That's what I would do to explain. Just set up a little station with a command block that would give you time. Like, you can respawn there if you fail. You can fall. You can fall into something that's more preferable than a tree. Probably a super flat world would be the best, but this is where I spawned in, and this is what I have to deal with. And just start dropping yourself. Increase the height slowly. Like, that's what I would recommend. That would be the whole point of this tutorial. A lot of it, like the actual feel of it, is, I don't know, if you watch people, you can kind of get a bit of a feel of how much of when to, like if you were to watch me, I guess you might be able to tell when to make the drop of the water, but a lot of it is you just have to feel like, okay, I'm gonna hit right now, so I want to drop it right before. Just as you can come into reach. That just comes with the practice that comes with it. But like, that's the most I can tell you. It's all this is, as bad as it may sound, is just practice, practice, practice. And that is this is a cool spawn. Never actually noticed that. But ignoring that, this video it didn't take me too long to make, but I did have to practice and actually look pretty good for this, along with doing some research and watching other people and seeing how their techniques on how they did it, which you can tell everyone seems to have the same thing. They just kind of feel it, or if you're being thrown off the edge, like you need to make it, it comes. Like, I've made these before I even started practicing. It just kind of has to come to you. And I guess with that, I'm going to say I hope you enjoyed. If you did, consider leaving a like, consider subscribing. It is free. You can always unsubscribe. I do like when you subscribe. It actually means a lot. And I guess with that, on that one final note of practice, 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 I'm going to say see ya.